All right, Shalom Akim, Shalom Yasharallah. First off, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. And I want to give double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth to rule well. All right, I'd seen a video, of people complaining, basically about these damn Edomites. You even got Egyptians against Egyptians, like it says in the book of Isaiah, but you have these people complaining about the unrighteousness that's being done, all right, within governments, of this so-called white man, all right, Esau Edom, So first off, let me get the blessings that they were gonna have, all right, and this describes them to the T, So it says, Genesis 27:39, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. All right. Now this is given to Jacob, but, through the Spirit, Isaac gave it to Jacob, the fatness of the earth, the wine, the corn, a land flowing with milk and honey, all the good things were given to Jacob. And Esau went up to his father and he was crying, because he wanted it too. But as we all know, Esau was rejected, and that's why it was given to Jacob. All right. So as Esau was rejected, the Spirit came into Isaac again, and he prophesied of what Esau was going to do in the future, So people like to say, oh, no, that was only, for that moment, but even in Genesis 49, it tells you what Jacob told his sons would befall him on the latter days, which is now, in these last days. So that's also prophecy. So the book of Genesis, yes, the book of Genesis has prophecies, man, because this is a book of prophecy, because Yahweh Shai is what? The spirit of prophecy. And Yahweh Shai came what? In a volume of a book. And what is that book? The Holy Bible, man, So yes, the Holy Bible is a prophetic book, you see. So Genesis 27:39, it says, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. You see, that means that the earth was going to be given into the hands of Esau. Now, was he going to have it righteously? Well, let's find out. It says, and the dew of the heaven from above. That means everything was going to belong to Esau. But wait, he gave that blessing to Jacob. So how is Esau going to receive that blessing? Well, it explains right here in verse 40, and by thy sword shalt thou live, all right, by thy weapons. So not by righteousness, all right, not ruling with a rod of iron and righteousness, all right, but through fear, all right, through what's that word? Instilling fear into people, fearing him instead of fearing the Most High. Let's look up that word sword, actually. All right. Charab, which means sword, knife, sword, tools for cutting stone, tool, a dagger, sword, also a cutting instrument as a knife, sword, or other sharp implement, axe, dagger, knife, metak, sword, tool, all right, as having the signification edge. So a sword, a weapon, all right, which really that's what it. Chabrab. Let me look that up real quick. Salakia. Chabrab was sword. All right, yeah, it's the same thing. All right. So by thy sword shalt thou live, which means what? Through your weaponry, through the weaponry of his arsenal. All right, that's how he's gonna live his life, man, and that's how he's gonna obtain the world, through that type of fear that he's gonna instill into people. Why else would he be mad? It says, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion. All right, it'll come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Why? Because Esau was supposed to be our servant. All right. He's supposed to be our servant. So to break the yoke off thy neck means that you're no longer going to serve him. All right. So it says whenever you free yourself from being the servant of Jacob, all right, you're going to take over and rule over the world. You know. That's why it says in verse 41, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherein his father blessed him. You know. Because he wanted to just completely have the whole dominion. All right. But it wasn't given to him. And that's why he was angry, because of the way that he was going to have to deceitfully get the world, you know, under deceitfulness. You see? So now that I explained, all right, the blessing of Esau Edom, which we know Esau Edom is the end of the world, all right, pursuing after 2nd Ezra chapter 6 verse 9, you know, in the Apocrypha, the so-called Apocrypha, Esau has the end of the world. He's been living through his military, through his arsenal, all right, through his weaponry. You see, that's what he's been living his life off of, man. That's how he gets more places and more places. So now let me play this clip over here, you know, which goes into that, because it goes into journalism and how if you're not writing about what they want you to write, you can be thrown into jail, man, for journalism. You know, just simply writing words, man. Simply writing words and exposing their wickedness. All right. They incarcerate you. You see? And
who do their job, who are in danger. In other words, the danger Julian Assange faces can easily spread to the present and past editors of The Guardian, The New York Times, Der Spiegel, El País in Spain, the Sydney Morning Herald, and many other newspapers and media outlets around the world that publish the WikiLeaks revelations about the lies and crimes of our governments. Never before in my career as a journalist have I known such an attack on our most basic freedom to publish and to know. The message is loud and clear. Be careful, or you too will end up in an American hellhole.
All right, and that was basically all I wanted to get from that video, you know, which actually down here somebody said, as an American, I can tell you all Western countries are ran by the same satanical cabal. All right, I'm not sure what that word cabal means, you know, but I imagine it's not good if it has satanical in the prior to it, you know. And it says, yeah, including the U.S., which is true. It says, just say Zionist Talmudic Jews, all right, which are not the real Israelites of the scriptures. Those are actually Amalekites, which are Edomites. It says Israel's greater expansion to rule the world, taking mankind into the darkest of ages to our end days. To our end days. It says, we know, all right. It says, at the center of the cabal is the one-eyed ruler, the Antichrist. The Most High have mercy on us. Which Antichrist isn't necessarily one fucking person, man. Antichrist is talking about being anti-messianic, all right? Anti-Messiah, which Christ means Messiah, anointed, all right? So to be against the anointed of the Most High is what? Salaka, give me a second. To be against the Messiah is to be against the scriptures, against this word, against the publishers of this word, which is who? The elect, the prophets. All right. I looked up the word journalism, you know, and journalism says a person who writes for newspapers, and not necessarily just newspapers. All right. But it says magazines or news websites, or prepares news to be broadcast. And who are the real journalists of this world? The prophets, man. All right. Starting for Elder Tahar, Elder Gabar, Elder Arialab, Elder Rakah, all right, Elder Yashawamba here in Dallas, you know, the brother Yaibataza, you know, and down to the youngest brothers that are coming into this thing in sincerity and in truth, man. preaching out the word throughout the four corners of the earth. Those are the real journalists. Because right here it says reporter, which really that's just it. A reporter, person who reports. You see? And that's what we are. We're reporters. We're reporting things that are going on throughout the four corners of the earth, man. The fires that have been going on in Brazil, it's judgment from the Most High. All right. Kevin Hart, I heard he got paralyzed, but then it turned out to be a hoax, So I apologize for saying that false statement, which really he should be. All right. But it's all according to the will of the Most High. But he got judged because he got in a serious car accident. All right. What happened over here in Odessa, Texas, with a mass shooting, which was done by who? All right. Who was living by that sword? Esau, Edom. It was done by an Edomite, man. Over here in Odessa, Texas. An Edomite shot up a bunch of places. All right. Right now, as of right now, eight have been killed. All right. That's what's been reported. 8 killed and over 20 people were injured. And that includes little children of months old, children of a couple of years old, not even in the tens digit, So we're reporting all these things, man. We are the reporters, all right? The prophets are reporters, We give that report to who? To the Most High, you see? So this man of perdition, all right, isn't allowing people to report. And that's why there's going to be a famine of the word. And that's why they're going to be coming up to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, more specifically unto the elect, all right, unto the prophets of the Most High that are teaching this word out in sincerity and with truth, man. And truth does not lie. And that's what Esau, Edom is, man. A bunch of liars, man. All right. These anti-messiahs, they're a bunch of liars, man, because they're not according to truth. All right. They don't abide in truth, So let me get that in Hebrews 12. Hebrews 12, and it was 17. Salakia. Let me start up here. Let me start up at verse 14. It says, follow peace with all men. All right. And that's what we ought to do. We can't take things into our own hands. We have to let the Most High do his work. Let patience have her perfect works. All right. And holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord. Looking diligently, lest any man fail of the grace of the Most High, lest any root of bitterness spring up, trouble you, and thereby many be defiled. All right. So sticking according to the word of the Most High, a study to show thyself approved. All right. Studying the scriptures, reading much, making many videos, because that's weariness of the flesh. All right. All these things is what we have to be doing, man. Because all these things is what eventually is going to get us saved. That's what's going to get us salvation. It says, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. You see? So it wasn't because, Jacob is evil, which I heard this dumbass dude, all right? This dumbass dude was saying that Jacob was evil and deceitful, and that's why he tricked Salaki. Give me a second. This person was saying that, Jacob was deceitful and his mother was deceitful and evil and wicked. And that's why they did that to Esau, Edom. And it's a Jake, man. A Jake was saying this stuff, man. Saying that we're wicked, all right, that Jacob is wicked and his seed line is wicked because they subdued supplanted Salakia, because they supplanted Esau. See what kind of wickedness our people is in, man? Bunch of stupid people that learn the truth from our elders and our apostles, and then they go and then they twist everything, man. Here it is, Hebrews chapter 12, 17, telling you that Esau, Edom was rejected. All right. The first time, all right, he sold his birthright. And then the second time he was rejected. Men's going are not of his own. All right. Because they're Salaki, give me a second. Stupid ass fucking trucks, man. I'm fucking tired of this place. All right. That's why I wanted to make this video, while the Spirit was on me to jump on this video and do it. Not to wait too long, even though, the noise is there, even though all this shit is happening, whoever hears, whoever forbears, man. But the Spirit was on me to do this video, and that's why I'm doing it, So all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. But here it is in Hebrews 12 and 17 telling you that Esau was rejected, all right, by the Most High. It doesn't say that he was rejected by Jacob, so Jacob supplanted Esau. That's not what that's talking about, man. It's saying that he was rejected by the Most High, all right? For he found no place of repentance. You see, so the Most High knows who he forms and whose belly he forms it in. Though he sought it carefully with tears. So he was crying his fucking eyes out, and he still found no place of repentance, man. That's why the Most High gave it to Jacob. So there it is, point blank period, man. Esau Edom was rejected, so he was going to live as what? As a wicked ass dude, man. And that's what he's been living as a wicked person, So with that, let me go to Isaiah 26. And I'm going to start off at verse. You got a wicked ass Jake over here, man. Let me start off at verse 7. It says, the way of the just is uprightness. Thou, most upright, dost weigh the path of the just. All right, so it's talking about Yahweh. He is the just. He is the upright. And he makes the way for the just and upright. It says, yea, in the way of thy judgments. All right, in the way of thy judgments, O Yahweh, have we waited for thee. Who is we? The Israelites. Because Isaiah was an Israelite. It says, the desire of our soul is to thy name and to the remembrance of thee. With my soul have I desired thee in the night. Yea, with my spirit within me will I seek thee early. For when thy judgments are in the earth, the inhabitants of the world will I learn righteousness. And that's how we learn righteousness, man. Through our elders and our apostles, working through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, showing them, all right, showing them how they should work, showing them and leading them. Like I mentioned earlier in the book of Proverbs, chapter 20, verse 24, man, it tells you that everything is basically sanctioned by the Most High. Same thing with the book of Daniel, chapter 4. It tells you that the Most High rules in the kingdom of men. Same thing with Romans 13. It tells you not to go against, the rulership, because the Most High sets those rulerships up, man. He gives it to whomsoever he will. So Esau Edom is a rulership that's been set up right now, all right, by the Most High, all right. So it says, let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. You see? So right now, in that video that I showed, you have maybe about 15, maybe about a minute, couple minutes. No, it was about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes that I showed, it was talking about how reporters have been thrown into jail, man. That's what that whole thing is about. Reporters being thrown into jail, risking their lives, writing down all these facts, all these truths about corrupt governments, all right, corrupt society, corrupt people. And they get thrown in jail for something so minimal as writing down a couple words. How much more for the prophets that are out in the highways and the byways, making videos, writing notes, all right, going out there and standing in the face of them that have afflicted them, all right, which that actually brings me to my next one. What was that? Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, in verse 1. I am come unto my Salakia. That's the wrong one. It was Ecclesiastes 5. No, it says then I give sacrifice of fools, what they consider. Nope. I think it was Wisdom of Solomon. But I put Song of Solomon. And I got Ecclesiastes confused with Ecclesiasticus. All right, so lock in for that. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, and verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face as such have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. All right. So those labors are what? Being journalists, man, being reporters to the Most High. We're writing all these things down, man. We're speaking about all these things that are happening. All right. And pretty soon we're going to be cast into jail, man. All right. Because the devil's going to see those people and cast them into jail. You know, let me see that. What was that? For the devil shall cast Satan, I think it was. Man, what was it? For the devil will cast. I thought it was devil. Will cast. Yep, there it is. Revelations chapter 2, verse 10. All right. And that's Yahweh Shai speaking, man. Because it's written in red. All right. And that's the same thing that this reporter right here was talking about. All right. And right here it says all of us are in danger. Now, who is that us really talking about? It's not talking really about everybody else, because they can shut up, man. All right. They will shut up. You know, when all this thing comes, push comes to shove, they will shut up. But who's not going to shut up? The prophets, the anointed. All right. So this is Revelations 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. All right. So who is the devil? Man, he just proved it right there, man. All right. He's been casting people into prison for speaking up against him. That ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death. All right. So faith is a great substance that we are to have. And faith is actually a gift from the Most High, man. So everything goes back to the Most High. All right. And I will give thee a crown of life. And what is that crown of life? The kingdom, man. All right. Because the kingdom is going to be established. And the kingdom of heaven is nothing but peace and righteousness. You know. So this man, all right, Esau Edom, the ruler of this world, he don't got it. All right. And that's why they've been trying to hide this Hebrew Israelite movement. All right. Which is the movement is through the spirit. All right. Through the Most High Yahweh. You know, because that's how we're coming back to our power. That's how we're finding out who we are. And that's exactly what he doesn't want. You know, because he knows that that his rulership is almost up, man. That's why he comes down with great wrath. All right, because he knows that he has but a little bit of time, you know. So let me go to Malachi chapter 1, and I'm going to read verse 3. You know what? Let me start off with verse 1. It says, the burden of the word of Yahweh to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith Yahweh. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith Yahweh? Yet I loved Jacob. All right, and Esau I hated, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. But check this out. Yes, ancient Edom was destroyed. All right, but check this out. Because Edom, the people themselves, they were not destroyed. The Edomites were not destroyed. All right, it says right here, verse 4, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return, and will build build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, they shall build and I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness. And what are we doing now? We're calling Esau Edom the border of wickedness, man. All right. It says, and the people against whom Yahweh hath indignation forever. You see? So those are the people. The Edomites are the people that the Most High has indignation forever. You see? It says, and your eyes shall see, and ye shall say, Yahweh will be magnified from the border of Israel. All right. And right now we're waking up to that fact that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is standing up with his elect. Lord willing, I'm part of that number. Lord willing, the brothers are part of that number. All right. Here in Great Millstone. And Lord willing, we have more laborers come in from throughout the four corners of the earth, whether it be another camp or other, another country. But Israel goes back to the seed line of the Father, you know. So this is the book of Thessalonians, because right now he's being found out to be that wicked man, you know. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3, let no man deceive you by any means. For the day shall not come except there come a falling away first. And that's when we went into slavery. Same thing that, what is that? Isaiah 47:6. I was wroth with my people. All right. That's why we went into slavery, because we transgressed the law. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there shall come a falling away first. And that man of sin, that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. So let's look up that word perdition. It says destroying, utter destruction, man of destruction, man. All right. So how does Esau Edom live? From destruction, man. Destroying villages, destroying, pillaging, raping, robbing, murdering villages. That's how Esau Edom lives, by his sword, man. It says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God. And who is called God? The Israelites. All right. So he's going to be casting us into jail, man. He's going to be casting us into prison because of the truth that we bear. All right. The truth that we carry, which is from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. It says, or that is worship. All right. Because the true worshipers of the Most High are going to worship him in spirit and in truth. All right. Thus saith the scriptures in John chapter 4. All right. So we that carry the spirit, we that carry the truth of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, we're going to be hated by the world, man. We're going to be hated by this damn beast system. We're going to be hated by Esau Edom, the devil. All right. So that he as God sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is a God. All right. So he pretends to be some high power, some type of power, when he really isn't, So that's why in this video, he was casting people into prison that spoke up against him, man. And he's casting the journalists into prison. And like I went into it, a journalist is a reporter. To be a reporter is to report. All right. To be a prophet is to prophesy. So what are we doing? We're prophesying. We're sending up reports to the Most High of the wickedness that this earth has, man. So this man of perdition, all right, the man of destruction, the man that is set up to be destroyed, is set up right now. So let me end it with 2nd Esdras. All right, I made mention of it earlier, but let me end it with 2nd Esdras chapter 6 and verse 9. Let me start off at verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. Now let me go over here and get Galatians chapter 3 verse 16. It says, now to Abraham and his seed were the promises made. He said, not and to seeds as of many, but as of one, and to thy seed, which is Mashiach. All right. And if you read Romans chapter 9 verse 1 through 4 and 5, it tells you where Mashiach came from. All right. Yahushai, which he came from Israel, which is the seed that it's talking about. All right. So not to seeds, but as of many, but as of one. So back in 2nd Ezra 6 and 8, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, which is the man that's set up right now, the man of perdition in Babylon the Great, which is America. All right. And it says, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob the Salakia. For Esau is the end of the world, all right, which is set up right now, man of perdition. It says, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. And what's coming up next? The kingdom of heaven, all right, which is peace and righteousness. And since Esau was rejected, he can't be in the kingdom of heaven, So like it says in the book of Isaiah 47, where make bare the leg, uncover the locks, all right, thy nakedness shall be seen. It's being seen right now, man. This wicked man is being seen right now. So he's casting journalists and reporters that more people listen to, all right. He's casting them into jail right now. But when push comes to shove, those people are going to stop writing. The only ones that are going to continue to write for Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, put on for Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, are the elect. And they're going to come for you. All right. So those times are coming, man. So be careful out there, Akim. So with that, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. And I want to give double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us his truth. to rule well. Shalom, Akim. Stay strong out there and keep pushing this word no matter what until death, man. Shalom.